What's up? Jonesy here. Today I'm on the treadmill, get some steps in, get some exercise, get my heart rate going, and I've been thinking about fraud. Not in the type of how am I going to commit it, but how can I help you prevent it? Stick with me here as I give you a scenario and a couple tips on what I see recently going on in the fraud world. And today, you still have your old-fashioned check fraud, you've got your wire fraud, there's ACH fraud, there's online bill pay fraud, there's all kinds of fraud. But today we're going to talk about what I refer to as the lottery/get-rich-quick schemes. It is still very much common where people will get a phone call or a text or a letter in the mail, and with that letter there may be a check included in it that says, hey, you have won X amount of dollars. And in order for you to collect your winnings, you need to cash this check, send it back to us, and then we will send you your lump sum of winnings. And I'm just going to make this up, but let's say that the check was for $1,000 that you received in the mail. And they said that in order to collect your $75,000 of winnings, you need to cash this check, send us the money. So what happens is that the customers, they'll bring it into the bank and they may say, hey teller, I wasn't expecting this check, but can you tell me if it's good or not? And so then the teller should be asking some other questions since you volunteered and said, I was not expecting this. And again, you have to really use common sense. If you never signed up for a lottery or never signed up for a drawing of anything like that, first of all, that should be a red flag because you received something in the mail you weren't expecting, and it was not a bill. It was something that appeared to be a form of payment to you. But again, if you never signed up for it, you weren't expecting to get it. So one, that should be a red flag. That should be a question. So another common sense thing is if you won something, why would you have to send money to that organization first in order for you to collect those winnings? That is not the way a legit, typical lottery organization runs. Say that you signed up for the Powerball or the Mega Millions. Yeah, you gave them money to purchase your tickets, but they're not going to say, okay, for someone who won $100 million, you first have to send us X amount of dollars back first. No, it's not the way that works. Another red flag is that the letter that I'm referring to with that $1,000 check, it says that they want those funds returned to them either in cash or form of gift cards. It's not safe to mail cash. I never suggest to mail cash to anybody. And gift cards, there's so much fraud that can occur in gift cards that's a red flag. You do not want to get involved in something like that. I've seen a number of cases where customers will come in, withdraw thousands of dollars that is not part of their normal activity, and the plan is that they would mail cash either to a P.O. box or international overseas. And sometimes what happens is after they get the letter, the customers may call a phone number to actually speak with someone who again is the fraudster, and they are just filling them up with all this story and information, and saying that you won this, congratulations, blah blah blah. But hey, whenever you go into the bank, don't share any of this details with them. Don't tell them who I am or what this pertains to. You just keep it between ourselves, because if you tell anybody, that's going to be a risk of you not getting your money. Again, that is a red flag. Anytime that you receive something in the mail that you were not expecting to get, or a text message that was out of the blue, the easiest thing to do is to delete the text message and throw that letter away. Whatever bank you deal with, I highly recommend that you establish a relationship personally with a physical person that you can trust, that you know their voice, and that you can call them to talk your way through these situations. Yes, there are security codes. There may be some things like that the banks are going to ask to verify who you are. But again, they're not going to ask for your login or password for certain credentials, because that's another way how these fraudsters get access to your account information. Hopefully this was a helpful and educational video for you. And I'm going to continue my walk on the treadmill, get my steps in. So I appreciate you watching. Hit that like and subscribe. Stay safe out there.